Good morning, everyone. In today's class, we are going to discuss about Kirchhoff's first law. Kirchhoff's first law, second law. Actually, Kirchhoff laws. There are two laws. First law, second law, and one more thing. What we are going to discuss is about Wheatstone Bridge. Basing on Kirchhoff first law and second law, we have to discuss Wheatstone Bridge. This Kirchhoff first law is also called as voltage law. Kirchhoff's current law. Kirchhoff's current law. Kirchhoff's current law. It is also called as Kirchhoff's current law. And here this second law is also called as Kirchhoff's voltage law. Kirchhoff's voltage law. Voltage law. This also have other name. And this Kirchhoff first law is also called as junction law. You can also call this Kirchhoff first law as junction law. This as loop law. So Kirchhoff first law, I am calling it also as junction law. Junction law. Kirchhoff's junction law. And this is called as Kirchhoff second law is also called as loop law. Loop law. Kirchhoff's loop law, junction law. Like that also we can give the names. Now our target is about what is this first law. That is the first law. Or we can also call Kirchhoff's current law. Kirchhoff's current law or Kirchhoff's first law. That we are going to discuss at the starting now. Let us observe what other things are there in that one. So our target is Kirchhoff's first law. Kirchhoff's first law. Kirchhoff's first law. So this Kirchhoff first law I told it is also called as Kirchhoff's current law, and we can also call it as junction law. Junction law. Here what happened means I am taking in a circuit at any junction. Suppose this is one junction in a circuit. In a closed circuit, this is one junction. So now what they are saying is here some currents are flowing toward the junction and some currents are flowing away from the junction. So currents flowing toward the junction are I1, I2, I3 are currents flowing towards the junction. And all now the currents flowing away from the junction are I4 and I5. I4 and I5. These are the currents flowing away from the junction. So now this is one junction. Let me write the junction point as O. At the junction of the closed circuit, in any closed circuit at any junction, if you take there, what they are saying, sum of the currents coming towards the junction is equal to sum of the currents flowing away from the junction. Sum of the currents coming toward the junction is equal to sum of the currents flowing away from the junction. That means I can write it as I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to I4 plus I4. I4 plus I5. So this is the Kirchhoff first law. The algebraic sum of currents flowing toward the junction is equal to algebraic sum of currents flowing toward the junction is equal to algebraic sum of currents flowing away from the junction. Like that we can define. What is definition? Algebraic sum of the currents flowing towards the junction is equal to sum of the currents flowing away from the junction. Or simply we can write the algebraic sum of the currents flowing at a junction is 0. We can see this one. We can also rewrite it as I1 plus I2 plus I3 minus I4 minus I5 is equal to 0. So here you observe I1, I2 or I3 are currents coming towards the junction. I4, I5 are going away from the junction. Coming towards the junction, those currents I have taken as positive. The currents going away from the junction, I am taking them as negative. So some of the currents coming towards and some of the currents going away, by applying sign convention. By applying sign convention here, I got the answer as 0. Like that also we can define. So what is the definition of Kirchhoff first law means? Sum of the currents flowing toward the junction, sum of the currents flowing toward the junction is equal to sum of the currents flowing away from the junction, flowing away from the junction. Or we can also write it as algebraic sum of currents flowing at a junction in a closed circuit. Algebraic sum of currents flowing at a junction in a closed circuit is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Here we applied sign convention. I1, I2, I3. These currents are coming toward the junction. So some of the currents coming toward the junction, I am taking it as positive. And currents going away from the junction, currents going away from the junction, I have taken as negative. So summing up of all positive and negatives is equal to what I can write? 0. That is the value is 0. This is about Kirchhoff first law. I hope it is clear. Next, Kirchhoff's second law. Kirchhoff's second law. It is also called as voltage law. It is also called as Kirchhoff's voltage law. Second law is also called as voltage law, or we can also call as loop. We also call it as loop. Here the rule is we must and should take one closed circuit. Closed circuit. Closed circuit has to be taken here. Closed circuit. Closed circuit. Already in cells I explained what is closed circuit, what is open circuit, and what is short circuit, what is the charging condition. All those things we observed in the topic of cells. Now, here what we have? Kirchhoff's second law. It is also called as loop law. Loop means one closed loop. Closed loop. It is a circuit. Closed circuit. So we have to be closed circuit. We have to take for Kirchhoff's second law. We also call it as Kirchhoff voltage law. Kirchhoff voltage law. Here what we know from our past. Suppose this is the positive terminal and negative terminal. As usual, whenever the terminal of the cell big one, big terminal is denoted by positive, the small size terminal is denoted by negative here. Current always flows from where to where? Positive to negative. Current always flows from positive to negative. So now current is coming from positive terminal towards negative terminal. Negative terminal. So now what is the definition of Kirchhoff's second law? Kirchhoff's second law says that in any closed loop, algebraic sum of potential differences is 0. What is the definition? Let me just write and rub that one. Just check beta. In a closed circuit, in a closed circuit, in a closed circuit, algebraic sum of potential differences is 0. Algebraic sum of potential differences is 0. This is the definition of the closed circuit. When we are taking algebraic sum of potential differences 0, that is the definition for Kirchhoff's second law. Kirchhoff's second law. That is algebraic sum of potential differences. Potential differences in a closed circuit is 0. In a closed circuit, summing up of all potential differences. We have potential difference here. We have potential difference here. And this is also one kind of source of potential difference. So this is also potential difference, potential difference, potential difference. If we add all the potential differences in a closed circuit, we'll get it as 0. How to analyze this one? Let us check it out. Let me take again one fresh page. Here you observe the same diagram I am drawing here. External resistance, cell, internal resistance, and positive terminal, negative terminal, capital R, small r, and current flowing from positive terminal to negative terminal. So now current is coming here. And we told it is a closed circuit. Closed circuit. The cell of EMF. What is cell of EMF? E. And in this closed circuit, current is flowing from where to where? Positive to negative terminal outside. Positive terminal to negative terminal outside the cell. Negative to positive inside the cell. Negative to positive inside the cell. Positive to negative outside the cell. Positive to negative outside the cell. Like that, current is flowing in this closed circuit. Any doubt till here? In any closed circuit, algebraic sum of potential differences is zero. We have to prove that. Now, let us observe. We told it is a loop. Loop means, let me give the names. A, B, C, D. Very important beta. Pay 100% attention towards this topic. Here, I have taken the names as here A, B, C, D. I have to take one closed loop. Closed loop means I am taking A, B, C, D, A. Closed loop. What I mentioned? Closed loop. Closed loop means from where we start, again you have to come back to the same place. Suppose you are starting from A. Suppose you are starting from A. There is no rule that we have to start from A. Suppose we start from A, we are moving from A to B. Again B to C. Again C to D. Again D to A. So we are traveling first from A to B, then B to C, then C to D, finally D to A. So this is one closed loop. From where we start, we are coming to the same point is called closed loop. So observe carefully here. First we are moving from A to B. Next we are moving from B to C. Next we are moving from C to D. Next we are moving from D to A. This is one closed loop. So in this our target, in this closed loop, sum of potential differences is zero. Sum of potential differences is zero. So what are the potential differences we have? First, let us check A to B. Everyone just observe only A to B path. Don't observe any other thing. A to B alone. Everyone observe only between A to B. A to B, is there any resistance? No. A to B, no resistance. A to B, do we have any cell? No, we don't have any cell between A and B. We don't have any resistance between A and B. That means no potential difference. No potential difference between A and B because there is no resistance or no cell between A and B. So between A and B, nothing to discuss. Now, come back to point B to C. B to C. Is there a cell or resistance? Yes, resistance is there. Resistance is there. Cell is not there, but resistance is there. Resistance is there. Current is flowing through the resistance. Current is flowing through the resistance. Current is flowing through the resistance means we have potential difference. We have potential difference if current is flowing through the resistance. So that what should we write now? The potential difference across that one is simply IR. Potential difference is I into capital R. Now the question arises, what is the sign convention? Okay, potential difference means current into resistance, I into R. Well done. So what is sign convention? Either you have to use here positive sign or negative sign in front of that one. What sign we have to use? That is the question they are asking us. For that our answer is, you observe carefully. Here we are traveling. This is how we are traveling. We are traveling from A to B first, then B to C, next C to D, next D to A. This is not about current direction. This is not about current direction. This is a loop we selected. This is the loop we selected. So when we are traveling from B to C, first we travel from A to B. Now we are traveling from where to where? B to C. Observe carefully. Now I am going from B to C. B to C, I am traveling. As I am traveling from B to C, first let me check the current direction. How current direction is there? Current direction also B to C. Current direction also from B to C. I am also traveling from B to C. Current also from B to C. So observe carefully, beta. We know that current always flows from where to where? Current always flows from high potential to low potential. High to low potential. So from that, what we can analyze? Here you observe carefully here. Current is flowing from where to where? High potential to low potential. That means which is high potential here? B is high potential. C is low potential. How you know, sir? Because current is flowing from B to C. Current is flowing from B to C. Current flows from high potential to low potential. So high to low, high to low, high to low, the potential difference has been decreased or increased. High to low. Previously we got very good marks. Now we got less marks. That means it is decrease symbol or increase symbol. Decrease. It indicates decrease. High to low means I am traveling from where to where? High potential to low potential. B is high potential, C is low potential because current flows from high to low. As I am also traveling from high to low potential, high potential to low potential. That means potential has been decreased. Potential has been decreased. Decrease in potential. Decrease in potential. So now we are going to observe decrease. How to use the decrease sign? Decrease sign is negative. Increase sign is positive. So A to B, when we are traveling from A to B, there is no distance, nothing to discuss. When you are traveling from B to C, we are going from high potential to low potential. High potential to low potential. That means potential is decreasing. Decreasing means minus IR. Minus IR. Next, we are traveling from C to D. C to D we are traveling. Now C to D there is no resistance. Here A to B no resistance, no cell, no potential difference or no EMF here. Here also C to D no cell or no resistance, no potential difference or no EMF between C to D. So no need to discuss between A and B. No need to discuss between C and D. We no need to discuss between A and B, and we no need to discuss between C and D. Then what should we discuss? First A to B, next B to C, next C to D over. Now we are left from D to A. Now we have to travel from D to A. Observe carefully D to A, beta. Very, very important. D to A. Here we have resistance. Here we have cell. Two things are there. Cell is there. Internal resistance also there. Resistance is there. Cell is there. How to handle when resistance cell both are there? Let us observe. Current we are taking in this direction, D to A. So now, first of all, current is entered. That means now we can say this point D is high potential because current is flowing from this side. Here also potential is decreasing towards negative terminal. D point high potential, negative terminal, least potential. So now current is flowing from high to low. From D to this negative terminal means high to low. High to low. What sign I have to use? High to low, minus. And what is the potential difference here? Potential difference means current is I, resistance is R. So now I should write minus IR, minus IR. Like that I have to write. So these 2 points are clear. Here I into capital R. Here we used minus sign. Why we used minus sign? Current is flowing from high potential to low potential. We are clear. And here also what happened? D is high potential. This negative terminal is low potential. Current is coming from high to low, high to low. So here also potential decrease, negative sign, negative sign. What is the potential difference across the cell? Potential difference across the cell means current into resistance minus IR. So our definition is algebraic sum of potential differences. So we are adding the potential differences. First potential difference, second potential difference. Next here cell is there. The cell is having EMF E. This is also called source of potential difference. So this is also a potential difference we can treat. We can treat it as a potential difference. So whenever you observe the cell, whenever we observe a cell, we have to check we are traveling from where to where. Don't see current direction. We are traveling from where to where? D to A. We are traveling from D to A. We are traveling from D to A. Whenever cell is observed, you check how we are traveling inside the cell. Inside the cell, how we are traveling. We are traveling from point D to point A. We are traveling from point D to point A. That means inside the cell, how we are traveling. Check it out clearly. Inside the cell, how we are traveling. We are traveling from negative to positive, negative to positive, negative terminal to positive terminal. Observe carefully here. Negative terminal to positive terminal. We are traveling from negative to positive. Negative means less, positive means more. So less to more. Previously I got less marks, sir. Now I got more marks, sir. That means it is a positive side or negative side. Marks are increasing. Suppose last time I got very less marks, sir. Now I got more marks, sir. So marks are increasing means we use positive sign or negative sign. Yes, negative to positive. We have to use what sign? Positive sign. That means I have to use positive sign because how we are traveling. Don't see current. Current don't have any significance for cell. Current don't have any significance for cell. How we are traveling inside the cell. Our path is D to A. Our path is D to A. We are traveling from negative to positive. Negative to positive. So negative to positive means it is increasing. Potential is increasing. So plus sign, plus sign. And what is the value here? The value is E. So let me write it as E. So now what is my formula? Sum of potential differences in a closed circuit is 0. From that, the formula what I can write? I can write it as is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. So this is my formula in Kirchhoff's second law for taking the closed loop. From where to where I have taken? A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. That means I am traveling from A to the B to the C to the D to the A. How I am traveling? A to the B to the C to the D to the A. So I am traveling in a closed loop. Started my journey from A and I went from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. When I'm traveling from A to B, no distance, no potential difference. When I'm traveling from B to C, when I'm traveling from B to C, potential differences, potential differences. What about potential difference when I'm traveling from B to C? Potential difference is negative, negative. So I can write it as minus IR. And when I am traveling from C to D, again no potential difference. But when I am traveling from D to A, what happened here? Potential difference is negative. Potential difference is negative because you are again traveling from D is high potential, negative terminal is low potential, D to A, high to low, like that we are thinking. And we take here minus sign. But cell not like that. Cell not like that. Cell how we have to observe? Negative to positive. We are traveling from negative to positive plus sign. This is a Kirchhoff's second law application. Now I will explain the same application in different way. Same application I will explain in different way. Now observe carefully. Same application I am explaining. Here I am taking again the same diagram. This is the cell. external resistance, internal resistance, capital R, small r, and a cell of EMFE. And let me take this as negative terminal, positive terminal. Current flows from where to where? Here current is flowing from positive terminal to negative terminal. Current is flowing from positive terminal to negative terminal. Now, as current is flowing from positive terminal to negative terminal, what shall we do here? Let me give the names first. What are the names here? Let A, B, C, D, A. This is the same diagram I have taken. But now, what loop I am taking means, I am taking the loop as D2 A, D2 C, 2B, 2, again D2 C2 B2 A2 D. Now I changed the loop direction. How I am traveling? Previously I started my journey from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. Now I selected D to C. I selected D to C, C to B, B to A to D. I am taking in this order. There is no rule that we have to start from A. We can start from B. We can start from C. We can start from D. We can move in clockwise or we can move in anti-clockwise. Any way we can travel. Any way we can travel. So now I selected the path D to the C to the B to the A to the D. DC bad. So D to C, C to B, B to A to D. So D to the C to the B to the A to the D. So let us first check between D to C. Our first target D to C. D to C. Observe carefully D to C. D to C. Is there any resistance between D to C? There is no resistance between D to C. There is no resistance between D to C. As there is no resistance between D to C, what should I write here? Between D to C, there is no resistance means potential difference is zero. Potential difference is zero between D to C. There is no resistance, no potential difference between D to C. So what should I write here? Between D to C, potential difference zero, nothing to write between D to C. Just leave it. D to C, nothing to write, no resistance, no cell. No resistance, no cell, nothing to discuss. Now C to B. Now just check from C to B, C to B, C to B. So between C to B, I am traveling from C to B. I am traveling from C to B. But current is flowing from where to where? B to C. So observe carefully. Current from B to C. Current is flowing from B to C. But I am traveling from, your current is traveling from B to C, but I am traveling in opposite, C to B, opposite, C to B. Current is flowing from B point to C point means B is high potential, B is high potential, and C is low potential. B is high potential, C is low potential. Current always flows from high to low. But we are traveling from opposite. We are traveling from C to B. It is opposite to current direction. Opposite to current direction means we are traveling from low potential to high potential. Now when we observe B to C, we are traveling from low to high potential, low to high potential. How you know low to high potential? Because current always travels from high to low. Now we are traveling from C to B means C is low potential, B is high potential. Low to high. Low to high means it is a positive sign because we are traveling from low value to high value. Less marks to more marks. Less marks to more marks. We are traveling means less to more. Less to more means what does it indicate? Yes, positive sign. If you got less marks to more marks, everybody tell good, good, you got increase. That is a positive sign. So now let us check it out. Now what happened here? So now we are going to travel from where to where? C to B. Actually C to B, what is the potential difference? Means simply I into R. But what sign we have to use? Positive sign. Why positive sign? Just now I told. We are moving from low to high, less to more. Less to more means positive sign. So D to C over, C to B over. Now B to A. Observe B to A. From B to A, is there any cell? No cell. Is there any resistance? No resistance. There is no resistance, no cell between B to A. Then potential difference between B to A is zero. There is no potential difference between B to A because there is no cell, no resistance. Nothing to discuss about B to A. Leave B to A. Next you observe cell is there here. Cell is there here. Now we are traveling from where to where? Observe. We are traveling from last A to D. A to D. A to D. So A to D we are traveling. I told whenever we observe cell, don't see the current direction. We are not related with any current direction or anything. Just observe from where to where we are moving. A to D, A to D. We are traveling from A to D means, observe carefully here. We are traveling from A to D means we are traveling from inside the cell from positive terminal to negative terminal. Inside the cell we are traveling from positive to negative. Positive to negative means positive is more. Generally negative is less. That means you are moving from more to less. More to less means we'll get what sign? Negative sign. So now for cell, what sign we have to use for cell means here EMF, before EMF, we have to use negative sign. Before EMF, we have to use negative sign. Why negative sign, sir? Because inside the cell, we are traveling from A to D. When we are traveling from A to D, inside the cell, we are traveling from A to D means inside the cell, we are traveling from positive terminal to negative terminal. Positive terminal to negative terminal. We are moving for more value to less value. So we have to use negative sign. I hope you are clear with that one. Now observe carefully here what we discussed in this regard. So here, what is the sign we have to use now? That is next we have to discuss about internal resistance. Internal resistance. We are moving from which terminal to which terminal? Negative to positive. Negative terminal this is. And this is D. Current is flowing from D to negative terminal. We are moving from negative to D. Negative to D. That means we are moving from negative terminal to point D. So negative terminal to D, that means current always flows from where to where? High potential to low potential. Current always flows from high to low. Current is flowing D to negative terminal. That means what does it indicate? Current is flowing in this direction means we are traveling in which direction? A to D, opposite. Opposite we are traveling means from that we can say that opposite, positive sign, positive sign. So for IR also what sign we have to use now? Plus IR, plus IR is totally is equal to what we can write? Equal to 0. Equal to 0. You observe now what we got. Here also I into capital R plus I into small r is equal to EMF. I into capital R plus I into small r is equal to EMF. In previous topic, what we discussed, here also you observe. This one also I can write equal to I into capital R plus I into small r. Either you travel from A to the B to the C to the D to the A to B to the C to the D to the A, like this in clockwise, or now we selected the next path as anti-clockwise from D to C to B to A to D. In there and here we got the same answer. This is the explanation of Kirchhoff first law and second law. I hope it is clear, beta. In next class we'll discuss Wheatstone